against me. You know the words, so sing along for me, baby. For heaven's sake, I know you're sorry.
What's good, guys? It's Sunday. It's your boy Sully, K. Bringing you a game, HomeFront, because you know it's hot. Now, before we dive in to this awesome game, just want to say, intro, the music right there is by Wentz Fresh. Check him out. He's been making a lot of videos lately. He's got a new beat supposedly coming out pretty soon. So make sure you check him out, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Okay, guys, this is a game. It's called Ground Control. I'm on the map Lowlands, and Ground Control is pretty much like Domination and Black Ops. There's 3 flags, A, B, and C, and you want to control them all to gain the most points. And you have to do that 2 times in a row to win the match, or the game. And it's kind of like if you ever played also World at War, Call of Duty World at War. There was a game type called War, and it's really very similar to that. Pretty much exact same thing. Just these maps are much bigger. They're all big maps. There's 32 players total. So there's a lot of action going on. Like I said, this is my first time playing it, so I'm kind of a noob as of now. And the 2 main forces or opponents throughout the game is North Korea, or the Great Korean Army, which is like Korea is pretty much united, South and North unite and pretty much take over the United States. So that's sort of like a background of what's going on. And then of course you have like, US Army and the rebel force pretty much fighting these Koreans. So here I'm capturing A. As you can see, you can get up on roofs, and the cool thing about this is if you stay behind stuff, they can't shoot through it like in Call of Duty. You'd be like through a car, they shoot you. But here you're pretty well protected. So it's nice in that aspect of the game. So my primary weapon is the M4 rifle. Secondary, which is kind of dumb, you can't pick a secondary. You pretty much get one pistol. I think it's standard, everyone has the same pistol, and there's no attachments, you can't change it at all. So I don't really like that compared to Call of Duty where you had a lot more options. My kill streaks, now this is going to be funny because I have Flak Jacket as a kill streak and I have an RPG launcher. So it's not like Call of Duty. Like, the kill streaks are very different. There's a lot more to pick from in that aspect of it. Like right there, you see the RPG launcher, and I just equipped my Flak Jacket. But there's also like, you can get like drones, spy planes. So it's kind of similar. It's a lot more options. And then the perks that I have. Now here's how the perks work. You get a total of like 5 points, and there's 3 different categories. There's the 1-point category, the 2-point category, and the 3-point category. So you can have 5 1-points, or you could do a mix of 3 and 2. You do 2 and 1s, 3 and 1s, whatever. Just as long as it equals 5. So currently I have Quick Draw, which is kind of like a sleight of hand in Call of Duty, and then I have Fistful, which gives you, I think, like a total of 6 grenades compared to like 2 or 3, which is pretty nice. So if you haven't figured out by now, HomeFront is obviously a first-person shooter, which the market for, the FPS is pretty, in my opinion, oversaturated. There's a lot of games that are duds, but yet for like, every game that's a dud, there's at least one that comes up with something new and innovative, and in my opinion, HomeFront is pretty much it. I like the online, when you shoot somebody, actually die, there's no glitching. They have the dedicated servers, which for me so far they've worked great. Haven't had any dropped games, no real lag, everything's like crisp, looks good, feels good. And when you knife people, this is the best part, they don't they don't just magically not get knifed, you know, and knife you in the back like in Call of Duty. It happens so many times. You just stick them on the first try. It feels awesome. It's great. And then for some more background info about the game, the year is 2027, and the world has suffered pretty much a decade-long energy crisis. You know, running out of fossil fuels and all that stuff. And all the economies are pretty much totally destroyed. You know, everything's gone awry. People are just fighting in the streets, pretty much losing their mind. And the U.S., you know, has become the main target of the great, like, Korean Empire. And they've pretty much taken over the whole West Coast out there, California, that area, the Golden Gate Bridge. And then in the middle, you know, where the Mississippi River is, it's been polluted with radioactivity, so you cannot go within, like, you know, a few miles of that area. And then on the East Coast, there's one map in the game, shows just a bunch of question marks. So you don't know what's going on the East Coast, whether people are still alive or not. So it's a pretty different, you know, aspect. 'Cause it's almost like the movie with Will Smith, I Am Legend. It gives you that feeling like you're almost alone, you know, fighting against this, like, you know, huge just army. But really, you know, you have other rebel groups and what's left of the U.S. Army helping you. So it's kind of cool in that aspect. For me, the cost for the game is about $60 new. And the only reason I got it new was because, you know, I heard a lot about it, and I heard this, you know, months in advance that it would be a decent game. So I just figured I'd get it. Look at that fail. I just failed completely. So I bought it, you know, $60, and I think it's pretty reasonable. I give it a 7.5 out of 10 compared to what I'd probably give like Black Ops. Probably give that like a 9.5. Black Ops, in my opinion, is pretty good, but not a 10. And like I said, if you're on the fence about getting this game, preferably wait. Try to get it used, because single player, now you gotta play single player before you go online, which I did. Took me how many hours? Maybe 6 to 8 hours. You know, I was just getting used to controls and everything. Wasn't going too hardcore, just taking my time. And it's pretty short, the single player campaign, but I liked it. I enjoyed it, just because I like the stories, you know, that it brought to the table, you know, stuff it talked about. The online, in my opinion, it's like a mix, you know, with the vehicles, kind of like Battlefield Bad Company 2. So you kind of have that aspect along with the big maps that has. The only thing I wish it would have had was like destruction, you know, being able to destroy buildings. I think that would have helped it out a lot, and, you know, would have upped it in the broad specter of first-person shooters. But still a great, you know, game for, you know, for what it's worth. I think it's a good game if you're like bored out of your mind of playing Black Ops and you need something new. Well then, you know, and you have $60, go spend it. But if you're still into Black Ops, having a good time, stick with it. You know, just wait till this goes on sale, which, you know, or not on sale, but goes used probably in like 3 or 4 months easily. It'll be up. So there you go. There's my full review / opinion on HomeFront. Expect more gameplay from it. And of course, as always, the common question of the day: if you were a sniper, where would you hide? Me, preferably, probably hide under your bed. Yeah, think about that one. That'll scare you. Alright. And then my final kills this game: 13. I had 4 assists and 7 deaths. And as always, guys, if you enjoyed the video, you know, you can always favorite it. If you know how, if you're into that, favorite it, please. But as always, guys, please like, comment, and of course, subscribe.